Okay, we're here with Tim. We've had Gloucester here today, and Gloucester second in the league. I think they're one of the leading scorers as well. And Tim, the way we started the first half was terrific.
Yeah, I thought the whole first half, absolute domination from the boys. They changed shape from what they've been normally playing, and we kind of worked out quite quickly and took that as a compliment again. That they've thought that long and hard about playing us, and just dealt with it really well. I thought we got the tactics spot on. I thought the boys' energy and aggression and assertion on the game was spot on, and just obviously going forward at will. They had a couple of half decent chances as well, to be fair, which they're always going to do. They're not second for no reason, but just could have gone in 3-0 up at half time as well. It was a big chance that's not quite gone in, and then it's different. But yeah, delighted to be in at 2-0 at half time.
I'll just take you back to the start. Just one change, Fletcher.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously looking at training and things like that, and I think Fletcher's he was obviously rested last Saturday, and Joe probably would have started Tuesday as well. But yeah, looking at the game, you've got to go on a game by game basis, and I thought it was a day for Fletcher today, and again I thought he worked his socks off.
Two terrific goals in the first half. The first one on 7 minutes, it was a free kick from Jacko, and Max was on it, and he's only got one thought in his mind.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. It was Shuey who took the free kick actually really quick, decent one. And then Max's front foot, we talk about him being positive on the front foot, and his finish was sublime, absolute crisp half volley into the far corner, and fully deserved as quickly as it was.
And the second came just after the halfway point, and it was Shuey from 25-30 yards.
Yeah, I fancied him as well when it got to him. Just something in my bones told me he was going to do something like that, because he's had a few sightings like that, but he had enough time to weigh it up and get his range, and just fantastic strike, and like I say, fully deserved at that point, and all the momentum was with us.
And we had another really good chance. I think Cam with his header that was well saved by the keeper. So 2-0 at half time. They're going to come back out at us, aren't they?
Yeah, obviously they made some changes at half time, changed their shape back to what they're kind of normally used to. Ellis Watts, who came up for them, is one of the best players in the league, and caused us some real problems until we kind of got hold of it. And actually I thought they had a really good spell. I thought we started really well second half actually, but then they had a really good spell, and you're looking for that a bit of luck, boys putting their bodies on the line and things, and the first goals are sickener because of the massive deflection, and then obviously we're backs against the wall a little bit, but still wasn't overly concerned at that point. We'd given ourselves a 2-0 cushion for a reason.
So that goal came on 74 minutes, and it was a massive deflection. I was behind it, and I think that Kai would have had it if it hadn't. And then 2 minutes later, the red card was scoring. What was your take on that?
Yeah, I'm not really seen it, to be fair. I don't think the scorer's lost it in the lights, because normally you'd obviously head that away and falling backwards, and I'm not really sure exactly what happened. Scorey's pretty convinced that it shouldn't have been a red card, so we'll have a look. But I thought the referee actually was very good most of the day today. Didn't go for any of their theatrics in the box, and at that point it's harsh. I think we'll put it in the category of harsh, but backs against the wall, we obviously changed it around quite quickly, playing with 10 men, and at that point you're looking for everyone to just put in a massive shift to try and protect the lead.
And the momentum had swung towards them then?
Yeah. I mean, 11 against 10 is always going to be a big momentum switch, when especially as they obviously got the fortunate goal just beforehand, and we're a little bit backs against the wall anyway. So it was a case of us having to change our shape a little bit, just making sure we were as defensive as possible, letting the centre halves have it as much as possible, because they were obviously their least technical players. And again, did it well for the most part, but couldn't quite hang on, unfortunately.
We had 7 minutes added on at the end, and I think we were in the second of those when the ref gave them another pen.
Yeah, and it's a penalty, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think it was just one of those where we didn't quite get our shape right. We weren't narrow enough, and there were too many big gaps to be able to play through. Billy's obviously tried to put in a last-ditch challenge. It's not a red card because he's gone for the ball, so it can't be a red card and a penalty as much as he was last man. But disappointing. You can see it on the faces at the end. Disappointing not to get the 3 points that we thought were coming our way, especially after the first half performance. But again, it's another point on the board against one of, like I said in the programme, one of the league's powerhouses in terms of stature of club and budget and everything else.
An absolutely cracking game for the 748 people that were here.
Yeah, not great for my nerves, but I'm hoping neutrals enjoyed it, and we'll come back and enjoy some more, fair football fare that we put on. But yeah, like I said, if you're not going to win a game, you want to do everything you can not to lose it. And I think the boys' spirit at the end to make sure that they held on and didn't really concede too much of a chance after the equaliser was testament to them.
And you could see that they put absolutely everything into it. They were just so tired at the end. So you heard what Tim said. We want some support for next Saturday. We've got Sholing here, and then the week after we've got 2 away games: Weymouth in the Dorset Cup and Bracknell here away on the 13th. So Tim, thanks ever so much for chatting to us.